Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Whereas the ones down the bottom, not so much. And then I've got a whole load of new building materials coming in there, as well as down here. So none of those are going to change at the moment. So does that mean any of these are being changed? No. The queues are too big down here for them to change over just yet. Right, they want to change over, but the queues are not quite ready for them yet. So that's definitely going to make a big difference. And then down in here, still nothing looking like it's been changed. And that right there is where the queues are for these. Now, I don't yet see any sign of purple chests flying from here, so unless I go and add more robots or I manually bring some over, it's just going to be a question of wait and see. However, looking right here, there is a stack of robots here. I don't know how many are there. I got no way of seeing how many are there. But there, you know, there's hope. There is yet hope. On here, we have now finally finished all of the heat sinks. All of the heat pipes, they're all done. We're just waiting on the power stations themselves to build up. We have a total of 66.9, 66.8 gigawatts of potential production that we can pump out on this. And we're currently using 22, 23 gigawatts of power. Now that power is very likely going to go up a bit from what we've got right now, but it's not like a major problem. I am thinking that we should make more of these. Now, I don't know quite where I want to put them. I guess I could put 3 of them in there. I've got space to put 3 in there, and we could put another couple down in here. The only thing that we're going to be short on, in order to be able to put those out, is going to be the speed modules and things like that. We could also do with putting down some of these. Get some more squares of those. Did I make a square of... I didn't. One issue we've got is that I don't have any squares of red circuits. Now, we've got a lot of red circuits here. The actual issue I've got with red circuits is I don't have enough green circuits coming over to fulfill all requirements for them. We've got plenty of copper coming in to fulfill those requirements. It does indeed look like partly a quantity sort of thing. Like, I've got a whole load of them being made there, and then I got a load of them being made there. But that's it. That is the only areas that we've got producing those. So maybe I need to get some more. Maybe I need to build up a square of some of these. Quite sure about that. That might help. I mean, I'm thinking that we could also do with some more of this. So I reckon what we'll do is... Where are we gonna do this? I will take some of these right here. We'll copy out some of that one. So I just want to go to copy on here, and I'm going to copy that one right there. I'm going to bring that one down, and I'm going to drop that one in there and in there like that. So I've got 2 extra squares of electrical circuits going into there. Then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to copy the iron square that we've got right here, and I'm going to put 3 iron squares down in here, so we've got a little bit more iron being requested. I should have all of the chests and furnaces and inserters and everything else that we need in order to be able to make them. We've got a whole load of robots heading out from here in order to go off and get various supplies, so I'm hoping that they'll have everything they need in order to be able to put those few squares together. You know what we could do? With this shortage of the red ones, rather than making a square for the red ones, I could just put another great big chunk of them out here. If I was to copy and paste, say, that bit, I could copy and paste that whole slice right there. Or even go over here and copy and paste this slice, because that's quite the slice down through there. Take all of that, copy it, and drop it down over here. Like, I've got room to put that in there. It's going to get more robots in the air, isn't it? I think we'll do that. I think we will do that. So we'll go into here and we will copy. So I want to bring that one out onto there. I go up onto the power lines on the edge of it like that, and I'll come down and we'll pick up absolutely everything that we've got right way around the edge on there. It's going to include a few Robo ports on there, and then I'll bring that down here, and I scroll in a little bit, and then I go like that. There is... See, I can drop that on there. I've got just enough room. That's going to be like a bit of overlap on there. The only issue I've got is power lines and those Robo ports right there. They're not quite enough to sort of go through. So if I was to remove everything from here and take these power lines out along with those Robo ports... I'll take it all the way over to here, like that. Take that down to those, but not quite onto them. And then I want to go there and remove those power lines right there. And that's it. There aren't any more power lines that I want to remove. So I've got that nice big section in there. Then I can go to paste like this. I've got a few Robo ports going along the top on there, which is going to give plenty of room for everything to go in place. That one will drop down like that. I'm going to also remove that one. That's going to go along with that little power line right in there. And then if I go paste again and I bring this one over... I'll bring that up by 2 spaces there, drop that in, move in there. And boom. Absolutely spot on, perfect. That is wonderful. And I've actually got room to do another such a line of that right the way down through. So what I will do is I've got construction on there. So I deconstruct a couple of those bits right there like that. And then up this end, I've also got those power lines coming up through on that end of it, which is also going to be a little bit tricky. So I want to go to paste, and I want to turn that over, and then I want to bring you in on this side. So I don't want to do it like that. What I want to do is I want to bring those up together so that I overlap a little bit. That's not quite overlapping as much as I want. Neither is that. No. I need to bring this in until it does overlap fully. There. That's where we want it. Now, I am going to have to shift-click that in because the power poles on my thing are not going to fit. The rest of it does fit, though. The rest of it does fit all the way in through. And then we've got power all the way round. That deconstruct there. If I shift-click that deconstruct there, that one can stay. We don't need to get rid of that bit. Or that bit down there. That can all stay. That was actually pretty close. Alright, they've just gone and removed the one from over here. So those there will be placed down. We'll have some extra ones placed down along here. That's going to help out. And then we've got a few items here, which actually some of those were from me. And hopefully these will all be just close enough that we've got full coverage in the middle. I don't know if it's actually going to be full coverage in the middle. I think it will be. That's a lot of requests that we've gone and put down there. There's a whole host of different things that are going to come in there. And if we look over this side, right there, we've got, this has already been filled in, and now I've suddenly got a whole load of robots that are bringing in all of the copper that we're going to need for that. I have 418,000 robots in storage, which means that I've got almost 600,000 in the air right now. 600,000 robots up in the air and flying. And we do have, all of the stack inserters have been put down. The rest of the stuff is on its way over. But crucially, all the stack inserters have been placed, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, how are we doing with our queues? Some of it does actually... I don't know if the queues are getting shorter or not. There's only one way to find out. We head down over here and see if anything's... No. None of the circles have been replaced down here yet. Up here, here we've got quite a few of these chests have now been done. So we've got robots now that are going to be forced to come up here and grab this lot. Now I got 1,700 right in there. Here are 1,600. I got robots that are now on their way. Like that one right there. 1,700 iron ore in there. Put that one on. And pick up. I've now got the requests going into the system. And they're coming in to... They're being assigned. They're all being assigned. They got a big chunk of robots on their way up to grab the ore out of that chest. It's going to take them a minute or two. So I've got... The number is going down. This is what we needed. I said this all along, didn't I? I said this all along. The number of robots available is now just a fraction above. Well, that's slightly frustrating. The game crashed. And the last autosave, it crashed while it was trying to autosave. And so it corrupted the last autosave. So I've had to go back to my last save point, which is just before I put all this lot down. So let me just put all this lot down again. There we go. I've gone and dropped all of that lot back down there again. The other squares are in place and being built. So we're pretty much back to where I was. So yeah, it was trying to do an autosave. And it corrupted itself halfway through the autosave. We'd gotten to about 600,000 robots in the air. So at the moment, we're about 580,000 robots in the air. We'll see what it's like when it gets back up to the 600,000. I was looking at this bit up here, I think, and then it went and crashed and went all horribly wrong and pear-shaped. But, yeah, it's very, very quickly getting through this. Ooh. Well, we got a chest right there that's not actually within range of a Roboport. Well, that's no good. That won't do at all. That will not do at all. Right, well, in which case, what we will do, I think, is rather than having that chest there, we'll have to get rid of that one. That's going to have to be done via construction. Oh, wait a minute, no. You know, there is an easier way. If I was to do that... If I drop that one down there, that should take care of that little issue. We've got that lot is on its way being built. We've got that lot on its way being built. But I copied and pasted this bit here, which means... No, that one's actually within range. I must have gotten rid of one of these... Roboports when I put it down up there and didn't realize it. Well, that's fine. As long as it's working now. As long as we've got everything in place and working now, that's all we actually really need. Let's go back up this way and just take a quick look here. So everything now seems to be fine up here. We've got all of this copper being pushed into the system, so we want to deconstruct now. I want to go from there, bring that all the way over and dump that lot right there. Autosave. Is it gonna go on? I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. We've managed to autosave. So if I just bring that lot back over there like that, and we have reached about the same point again. We've got 600,000 robots in the air. We've only got 400,000 to go to reach our target of 1 million active robots on the map. We've got construction bots and other bots coming up here in order to come and get these. They are taking their time, but they have things to deal with in other places, right? We know that our robots do have things on their mind. They've got various commitments and things. That bit of copper coming down that side is definitely going slower than everything else. I run all the way down here to this. We've got that coming in there, so it's not changing on there. It's running through here, and then I've got that one little bit right there that's coming in. It's all the way out over to there. That's dealt with. I don't need to deal with any more of that. I can leave all of that in place. And then obviously the rest of this is just doing what it's doing. So all I got to do is wait for this to sort of use up. Right up through there. That's going along very well right there. And up to here. It's this bit right here which is really slowing down that one line. And it's only that one line that's being really, really slow. But it's not going to be slow for very much longer, because I've got just about every single bit of copper is now been pulled out of there. Nothing... No, I got nothing I need to worry about over there. So I can go into here, and I will deconstruct all of that. Let's just wait for that copper to move out of the way. Right, that can now come out of the way. And then, as soon as that goes through, and the copper, all of the copper up above us is actually able to run on through, because like that there seems to be flowing perfectly. We've got no issues with that whatsoever. And then this in here is the last few bits. It's all coming. I'm going to get rid of all of this. All of that, that's all going to go. That's a very, very long line. Just one single bit all the way up there. I didn't think that it would sort of spread out quite that much, but obviously it has done. Spread out a lot more than I thought it might. Or not spread out. I thought that it would maybe sort of ease the pressure on this one side a little bit more, but no, it's not doing that at all. So just that one there, the last little bit goes feeding in there, and you can see that that one there is flowing quite nicely, and it's flowing nicely on the one half of the belt, and there we go. So everything on here is now done. I will take that to there, and then we'll bite out that section in a minute. Let's go up here. And that's now working its way down through. So I'm not going to worry about that for a minute. We'll leave that going. It's nothing that needs to concern us. This over here is just the same. That will eventually be removed. It's not something that needs to concern us at the moment. As soon as that little bit there has gone in, it's just going to allow this to run just that tiny little bit faster than it has been. I don't think it's going to make a big difference to anything right at the very top. Not at that point. That's not going to affect it. And we go and look back over here. They're still running flat out. So we've got the copper coming in here. And 375,000 available. That means we've got 625,000 robots in the air. 600. Okay, say that slowly and with the respect that it deserves. 625,000 robots are currently in the air right now. And the number is increasing. The number is going up. 630,000 robots are flying right now. And so it increases, and so it goes on, and yada, yada, yada. And I don't want to look at those. I want to see what's going on over here. These, we're waiting on speed beacons and stuff like that. I've already got 1,000 ore being requested and being brought in over to there. I'm curious what the chests are doing now. Most curious what the chests are doing, and this is what the chests are doing. We have already got a large amount of copper being brought in, and it's being pushed into our storage system over here. Something that we will do if we cannot get our million robots in the air easily by just doing what I've already started doing, is we will copy and paste that, and we'll bring it all the way over here and dump it down there somewhere. And then once the chests have been done, once that's been built, we will simply use the upgrade planner, and we will change all of those chests to the push chests, the active provider chests. This was a suggestion that's been made by a few different people, that we could try something along those lines. And yes, that would be a really, really good, quick, easy, efficient way of doing this. One problem I do have is I haven't quite copied all of the power lines along here, so we're going to need to do that. And I think what I will do is I'll simply take a copy of these power lines here, those four, and I will do that. Now that one on that side, that's still not going to be enough. I'm not going to have one on there. Fine, I will do that. And then I will go back to paste, and we will drop a few of these along here. And there's a few more. Just so that I can get some power connected up to these bad boys right here. That one has not got any power. It's not going to get any power from down there either. If I bring that one up, that's not quite high enough. So I've got to put a power line up there in order to power that one. Or I've got to do something different. But no, I'll just do that. I'll drop some power onto there. And No, I want to go... Actually, no, I want to put one of these here, don't I? Put one in there, and then I want to go to paste. I want to do that. That's going to ensure that I do actually get everything. There's going to be power on all of these RoboPorts, which we're going to need. We are actually really going to need power on all of these RoboPorts all the way along, so that we can have the rest of the system all up and running at the same time. So I will drop you into there like that, and that one can go there like that, and then finally I want one there like that. Right. That's the power lines taken care of. And look at all of this stuff coming in. That is absolutely insane. 365 available. That means that we have got at least, because we've got 1,005,000 now, we've got 365,000 available. I would estimate that we've got in the region of 640,000 robots flying currently. That is going to fluctuate a bit because we're currently populating all of the requester chests down here. But while we're doing that, you've also got to keep in mind that we are in the process of upgrading all of these to the active provider chests. That's another thing that's going to make a big difference. They haven't got here yet. Active provider chests have not yet made it. Let's go and have a look. We're still experiencing queues over here, but look at this. I've actually now got some of these that they've reduced the queue off of there. Means I've actually got some active provider chests are now moving a bit further along the line. I don't know how far they're going to get. We have got a few of them moving. I'm not sure how far they can get before they've got to stop and recharge once again. But we do know that this lot up here is at least able to provide... Like, we've got active chests up here. There's active chests right the way through that whole section there. And this section's now being built, so we'll swap that for active chests pretty soon as well. Now let's have a look. 372. The number is dropping slightly. So we're just over 600,000. We're about 625, 630,000 robots in the air. And we are running at a good steady 10 frames a second now. Yeah, we're not going to be changing up from about 10 from this point on, are we? Like that seems to be the standard for us now, is 10 frames a second, and we're not really going to be hoping for any more than that. Just another 350, 375-ish thousand robots to get into the air, get flying, and then we will have actually completed our task. We will have got 1 million robots going. This is... It's getting hard. I'm curious also how many times the game is going to crash now between this point right here and when we actually get this finished. Because 10 frames a second... The number of entities that we've got in the air, this is a lot of strain. This is a lot of pressure on the game to perform perfectly at all times, and we know that it's going to be difficult for it. Let me just drop in a couple more of these symbols in here. We'll drop that in here so we know that we've got in know what we've got in here. So there's iron going into there, and iron plates in there as well, and you down here also iron plates. Let's just do that right there. And then where else did I have some new builds? I had 2 more down here, and these were electronic circuits, so I got one there. Thank you. And I've got one there as well. Thank you very much. And then I will label these. So that one right in there, that is red circuits. And so is that. Like that. That bit there is green circuit. That is copper production. Those are steel down through there. So we will put steel in there. And steel in that one. Then that one over there is green circuits. There we go. We've got red circuits down over here. There. Right, so we've got red circuits there. We've got red circuits there and there. Green circuits here. This here is copper production. Confirm. And that one is also more copper going in there. And then we've got those 3 are indeed iron in here. So iron plates right there. I've got 1 and I've got 2 and then I've got 3 over here. Confirm. That lot's random storage, we know that. And then this lot here is oil with this, well, actually, all of this in here, this is all making petroleum right here. So I suppose I could change that and we can have a petroleum build in here. This one is plastic in this side. I don't know why I'm bothering to do this. It's not really going to be particularly beneficial. Now, this one up here is actually the coal thing, isn't it? We've got coal. So I kind of want to do 2 of them together. I don't know if you can do 2 symbols at the same time, though. I want to do coal and crude oil. I mean, I guess I can just put crude oil in there. Can I can't have 2. No, I can only have that one. So I can go next to it. How close can I get? Cancel. I got to go all the way over. I'll tell you what. So I'll delete that one. And I'll go here over that side. And I'll put that one in there. Confirm. And then it's about as close as I can get to it. And I'll go there right next to it. And that one I will put coal in. So that we know that we've got oil, coal working on that section right there. And then the other sections, that's not oil, that's just oil is being worked in those bits over there. So we don't need to worry about them. And then we've got bricks. Everything's just about labelled up in here. We know that those are all accumulator squares. And the rest of this is doing absolutely fine. It is all hunky-dory and tickety-boo. Now, have you made it down here? Have any of you made it down here? Let's go for a little mosey on up this way. Still queuing for the most part. I've got some more chests queuing there. Do I have any more chests? I need to sort of... I want to be, like, heading down this way. This is the direction that we can see the robots going. Do I see anybody with a purple chest down here? Are we going to be getting, like, a second line of queuing robots down here? Or are they going to be able to make it in one charge? I'm not quite sure how far they can get on a single charge, and that does make a difference. We've got a big circle of them around here. There is absolutely loads of robots. They could have gone quite a long way from that point. They decide they need to charge, because they sort of take into account how long it's going to take them to get there, and then how long they got to wait to charge up, things like that. So there's no real way of knowing where these robots are going to turn up once they've decided that they need to go and charge. Like these here, look, see how far they're going. All the way up here. I don't see any more purple chests yet. I don't see any of these have yet been changed over. I mean, I could be wrong on there. I could have missed one, but it doesn't look like any of them have been swapped out yet. We could probably have done that a little bit sooner than I did do. There's no sign of anything there. And where's the other one? Here, it's over here. Don't see much sign of any of them changed on this one either. Now, this bit over here, well, that would also be in a straight line from there. So there's no... I've got more chests down here, look. There's one there, look. See, I've got a chest is heading over here. He's come over to this far, and now he's turned round, he's going back again. I've got chests there. Yeah, they're coming from all over the place. So there's no real way of knowing. They could be quite some time. But this lot has all been changed over, so we're waiting on robots to come up. Let's have a look at the circuit now. Still 625,000 in the air. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.